everyone, welcome back. It's Mo, aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and we are back with another video for Feis Ile week. Today it is the Caol Ila day, so I have a little sample here of the Feis Ile edition, which I think retails at £130. It's a 12-year-old, sits at 56.6% ABV. I think only available in the UK, unfortunately, and originally matured in, I think, refill American oak casks, and then finished in high char muscatel casks. It's quite interesting to see if that kind of sweet ashy Caol Ila character goes well with this kind of sweet cask wine influence. Sounds intriguing. Caol Ila at the moment is still in production, but it is not one you can visit at the moment because they are undergoing some kind of building changes. I think the plan is to do a visitor centre that will also be somehow linked to the Johnnie Walker Princess Street, which is opening here in Edinburgh later this summer, I think. So it'll be interesting to see what that is like. Caol Ila is the biggest distillery on the island of Islay here in Scotland. It is peated, but it's usually a little bit of a lighter peat. It doesn't kind of, if you like Lafroig and Ardbeg, they tend to be a little bit on the stronger, smokier side, and Caol Ila might be a little bit sweeter, a little bit more approachable for a lot of people. But yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. It's, I think Caol Ila was one of those that I liked, and then there was other really interesting things that caught my attention, and now I'm kind of coming back to Caol Ila because there's a lot of interesting things. You'll see that a lot of independent bottlers has Caol Ila expressions. They do some really good ones. So yeah, and one Caol Ila that I really like is the unpeated, the 15. I'd love to review that one day, so fingers crossed I can get a hold of it. But for now, let's have a nose on this. I am a little bit allergic today, and I've been trying to clear my nose up with nose spray, but I can feel it kind of coming and going a little bit, so hopefully that will go well today. Definitely getting things on the nose anyway, so I think we're good. Definitely quite sweet. What is the sweetness though? It's like oranges, maybe? It almost has like a, I don't know, like an oriental fruitiness, so like fruitiness mixing with spices. A little bit like dried fruits, like a little bit maybe like dates and oranges, maybe a bit of charred pineapple, a little touch of ashiness. It feels quite dense on the nose. The fruitiness feels dense and then surrounded by this ashy smoke, which goes really well together on the nose. Well, let's have a little taste. Sláinte Skål. Also quite hot on the palate straight away, so I'm probably going to add a little bit of water to this. The first thing I'm getting is the ashy note with a little bit of wood. A slight drying sensation, but not overly dry. And the finish isn't super long. There's just a memory of that dry note, which isn't unpleasant, and I'm quite sensitive to dry notes, so for me it works so far. Definitely like an orange note on the palate. I really enjoy the flavour of this because it has a lot of different things going on, but I feel like the ABV is just a little bit in my way, so I'm going to take my trusty spoon because I haven't found my pipette yet. I'm going to take a little bit of water and add that. Ooh, turned fresher straight away on the nose now. More like ripe pineapple and a little bit of cinnamon. Still a little bit hot. The wood influence comes out more. Still quite sweet. The wood, what comes out with the wood, I am going to add a little bit more water just to see what happens, is that the wood has more of a bitterness to it. This is probably a nicer level for me. The bitterness from the wood comes out, but you also get a little bit more of a milder sweet fruitiness. And because you have both of those, they balance out a little bit better. A little bit more vanilla on the nose now. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the flavours of this, and I feel like the flavours of the Caol Ila, if you're just thinking the Feis Ile editions, were a little bit more interesting and probably a little bit more appealing to myself and my own quirky palate than the Lagavulin was. Lagavulin was more like a classic whiskey in a sense. This one has a little bit more kind of tropical quirkiness going on. So yeah, I'm very glad I got to try it. I think at £130, it might be a little bit too expensive for my own wallet. But yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. Do you like Caol Ila? Have you tried the Feis Ile edition? Have you tried any other editions from them that you really like? Have you tried the unpeated one perhaps? And what do you think of that one? And yeah, next time I go to Islay, I'll try to visit the distillery. So it would be interesting to see in comparison to Caol Ila, which is quite big if you compare to other distilleries on Islay, but not very big if you compare to the really big ones on the mainland, for example. But yes, I mean, I hope you've liked this video, and I'll try to do a few more for Feis Ile week. I think I'm doing for Kilchoman and Bunahaven as well, because I did pick up a sample pack when we were at Bunahaven. So I'm looking forward to trying those. And of course, if you want to support the channel, I always appreciate a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you want to support us even more and use the affiliate links, I put them all in the description here below. It's for Master of Malt, the Whisky Exchange, or the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. And of course, I always want to say a massive, massive thank you to my wonderful supporters on Patreon. I'm so grateful to have you guys with me on my whisky journey. I hope you're all having a lovely Feis Ile week and a lovely day. I'll see you in the next one. Sláinte Skål.